Hey, Bolo buddies, thanks for watching. Okay, strange, crazy, weird, and horrible. One way that I like to find bolos is to search weird keywords. And the reason I do this is because you never know what you're going to find. So these are the 4 keywords that I searched, and these are the bolos that I came up with. So a lot of times you will find unexpected bolos by using different keywords. So I'm going to show you what I found. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to do that. And if you would like and comment on the video, you will get an entry into my drawing, and I will pick a name when I hit 1,500 subscribers. So I am getting close. All right, let's get started. The first item is this weird fantasy comic horror sci-fi dinosaur cover, Williamson art. I think it's a comic book. And I think that this might be one that you would remember if you saw it because of this video. So if you see weird fantasy on a comic book, definitely take a second look. I do believe it's a comic book. Let's see. It sold for $88.78 with 42 bids and free shipping. I'm going to say it's a comic because it says comic. It doesn't say book, but okay. Weird O's. Weird O's. So these are bubblegum picture cards, and there's 24 packs, it looks like. It's got the original advertisement. They used to be 5 cents each. This sold for $429.56 with 41 bids. Pretty cool, original packaging. Let's see if it's complete. It's from 1965, unopened. Pretty cool. So be on the lookout for weird O's. The next item is this weird science fantasy. It's another comic. So I would say if you see a comic that says weird on it, look it up. This one sold for $124.50 with free shipping and 37 bids. All right, this vintage Barbie doll. Barbie with weird colored face, as is. So yeah, she does. I don't know what's going on with her nose. Like you can see the paint's kind of coming off of her eyes, but I don't even know. I think they're talking about because it doesn't really match her body, but it looks like maybe this Barbie has been stuck together. But she still sold for $238.50, even with all the issues. 34 bids. The next item is this vintage prosthetic arm, and it says steampunk art deco mid-century weird. So I don't know, maybe somebody bought this because they need it. I don't know, maybe it's not that weird, but they used weird in the title, so that's how I found it. It sold for $202.50 with 29 bids plus shipping. The next, okay, so here's that brand again, that Weird O's. Here is, let's see what it looks like underneath. Oh, this says Lewis Marks and Company. I just listed some horses by him. 1964 Digger. So, I don't know. That's what he looks like, guys. This little crazy figurine. He is definitely weird. He sold for $105.50 with 22 bids plus shipping. Another weird old plastic fishing lure. This sold for $104.37 with 19 bids. Weird Marks Nutty Mad Weird O's Rat Fink Wacky Packages Character Label Maker. So this is the label maker, guys. And this sold for $41 plus shipping, and it had 17 bids. Vintage real human teeth lot. Strange, weird, collectible. And gross. Disgusting. Why would anybody want this? Oh. Anyway, $38 it sold for with 12 bids and $3.50 shipped. Weird O's picture puzzle. So I'm definitely going to remember this. Weird O's. And this sold for $124.50 with 11 bids and free shipping. And I wish there were more pictures. Okay, so this is a vintage 1986 Weird Ball Warthog Mad Balls. There he is. He's not really shaped. It's like he's rolled up or something. Anyway, this one sold for $66, 10 bids plus shipping. Rubber Jigglers, Spacemen, Weird, and Larva Tops, Uglies, Monsters, Tops, Vintage Spider. Whew, that was a mouthful. Yeah, here you go, guys. These sold for $54.99, 8 bids plus 50 cents shipping. Weird Al, Yankovic, 1984. It's a vintage Tour of the Universe 3D tee. Sold for $66 with 6 bids and free shipping. You can see what the back looks right there. Weird Unusual, vintage 1910 real photo postcard cat, woman, man costume scary. Yeah, that's a little weird. I have seen other Halloween pictures that have gone for good money. So definitely be on the lookout for original Halloween costume pictures. And here's the info on the postcard. So it is actually a postcard. And this one sold for $81 with 5 bids plus shipping. Vintage Frankenstein, Nutty Mads, Weird O's. So this again is a Weird O's. He is definitely weird. And this sold for $192.50, 3 bids plus shipping. All right, these are just weird. I don't know, but they're vintage child cosmopolitan doll face earmuffs, headband. At first I thought they were earrings, but they're earmuffs. I don't know which is weirder, earrings or earmuffs. They're both weird. I could see somebody totally rocking these with the right style. They sold for $19, 2 bids plus shipping. I'm guessing if this would have been a buy it now or best offer and they waited for the right person, they probably could have sold these for a lot more because they are really, really unique. And that's just my personal opinion. I don't know if I'm right, but I've never seen anything like it. All right, this one is a metal sign. It's 2-sided. It's a beer sign and it says strange. So I'm now searching the keyword strange and this is what it pulled up. And this sold for $90.76, 24 bids plus shipping. It says original use, 2-sided sign, totally different advertising. So I don't know what's strange about it, but something. Vintage rock, Grateful Dead. So this one is just a title of the song that's in the title. That's why it pulled up. But it's good to know. This is a Grateful Dead shirt, and it sold for $70 with 18 bids and free shipping. Another comic, and this one actually is called Strange Worlds. And this one sold for $147.50 with free shipping. This one is Strange Tales. So it's another comic. So weird or strange in the title of a comic book, look it up. This one sold for $280 with 31 bids and free shipping. Vintage Esca Farmall 560, and it has a strange wheel. That's why this one pulled up. So I'm gonna see if I can find. Oh, it looks like it's missing a wheel. Maybe not. It has two wheels on one side and one wheel on the other. That is strange. This one sold for $41 with 14 bids plus shipping. Vintage Gibson Halloween postcard, strange fairy atop, JOL, bats and moon. Oh, jack-o'-lantern. I'm like, what's JOL? Took me a minute. This one sold for $42 with 14 bids and free shipping. It's just an old Halloween postcard. I'm telling you, Halloween. Woo! If you can find vintage Halloween, there you go. Vintage Mattel Strange Change Toy Creatures. Okay, these just look like cheap little toys to me. And there you have it. They sold for $132.39 plus shipping with 13 bids. Vintage Caesar Frankenstein Glen Strange Monster Mask prop. Vintage Halloween again. $64 it sold for. It's kind of cool. I'm surprised it didn't go for more, really. 5 bids plus shipping. Oh, it's been repainted. Maybe that's why. The next is this snapshot photo. It's a ventriloquist doll, and it's creepy and strange, they say. It is kind of creepy and strange. It sold for $49.43, 4 bids, free shipping. Again, this is just a photograph, guys. Pretty cool. Okay, so this is Crazy Quilt Blocks, and they're vintage, and they're just bright floral. And I'm looking up the keyword crazy, and this popped up. So some of you may not agree. It's not too crazy. This sold for $51 with 38 bids plus shipping. But what's cool about it is these are quilt blocks, and we now know that we know vintage quilts do well, but vintage quilt blocks also do well. I think it's cool. Vintage Gaiatone, Crazy Face Fuzz, MIJ Vintage Guitar Effect Pedal as is. Okay, so I guess it's a pedal. It's one way to sell it, right? It sold for $102.50 with 36 bids plus shipping. Here's another very rare 1940s vintage. I think it's Hedden. Crazy Crawler Lure. Some of these fishing lures are big money. I personally do not know how to recognize the ones that are worth big money. But this brand, if you see something in this brand, I would definitely look it up. This sold for $406.26 with 34 bids plus shipping. Here's a Vintage Marks Disney Donald Duck Wind-Up Tin. It's a litho toy. I think it's pronounced litho. Litho. Ooh, it's one of the two. Maybe it's litho. Litho. Oh well. It sold for $225 with 33 bids plus shipping. I really got to get these vintage terms down. Old Maid Crazy Eights card game. I actually just picked up some miniature ones of these. Same 2 games. And mine are Whitman also, but they're in a cardboard case and they're like miniature. And I looked up comps and they are not as good as some of the Old Maid games. And this Old Maid is actually low compared to some of the other ones. There's one that has yellow in the background. That's definitely one to be on the lookout for. But these did sell for $41 with 30 bids and free shipping. And the word crazy is in the title. Vintage 1980s Crazy Balls lot. These are Mad Balls, and they're in the original packaging. I don't get it, but for some reason, someone paid $512.88 for these. 28 bids plus shipping. G.I. Joe Vintage, and it says Night Force, Lot, Outback, and Crazy Legs. So I don't know if Crazy Legs is like one of the characters, but that's why it pulled this up, because it has crazy in the title. These sold for $81, 18 bids, free shipping. Vintage MPC 1470-1970 Dodge Challenger Plum Crazy Trailer Model Car Kit. So again, crazy is in the title. You can see here, this is what it comes with. This sold for $247.50 with 17 bids plus shipping. Creep. Creep? Is that what it says? See, yeah, creep. Huh. It's just a Fruit of the Loom shirt, which is, and then it says crazy on the back. It's a bootleg rap hip hop tee. I'm shocked by this one. It sold for $255. 16 bids plus shipping. So I'm wondering if, I'm going to look at something here. I'm going to look at the feedback and see if maybe they left feedback. I always wonder if, let's see, bootleg Gucci. They got a lot of bootleg stuff. And all of their other stuff is not, let's see. Here it is. Vintage TLC 1995 Crazy Sexy Cool. Because I can almost bet you somebody would have put, no way the buyer paid. No way. They didn't pay. They didn't pay. And right here, they paid. Very nice eBayer with fast transaction and nice items. There you go, guys. And the only reason I looked that up is because they had 7 feedback, and I knew it would be easy to find if the buyer left feedback. The next item is this G.I. Joe Vintage File Card Back, Night Force, Outback, and Crazy Legs. And this is just a card back, guys. Just the back, no figures, and this sold for $61.88, 13 bids, and $3.74 shipping. Vintage 1964 Remco Hamilton Invaders Horrible Hamilton. So my keyword is horrible. Again, I would not have found this had I not put in horrible. I don't know what this is. I've never seen anything like it, but I will probably remember it, maybe, if I'm lucky, if I see it, because it has the word horrible. Maybe, where does it say horrible? Maybe it doesn't say horrible. Let's see. Remco Hamilton, I don't know. Maybe that's the name of that character, Horrible Hamilton. Anyway, this sold for $191.44 with 19 bids plus shipping. The next item is this Hagen Renneker Little Horribles miniature ceramic vintage little blue man toy. Okay, guys, he's little and he's ceramic, and I don't know. You can see he's got a quarter beside him. All these pictures look very almost the same. He's kind of cute, but it's just like a little ceramic figurine. All right, let's look at the back here. This is what it says. So be on the lookout for that sticker. This little guy sold for $31.88, 13 bids plus shipping. Here's another one. It's Hagen Renneker Little Horribles miniature ceramic vintage toy prune face. This one sold for $38.50 with 12 bids plus shipping. It's a seller, obviously. They've got the same ruler and background. So yeah, pretty cool. Vintage 1960s, more of these jiggler rubber suction monsters. Uglies, gumball machine. I mean, these are gumball machines. And it says horrible. That's what they look like. $43, 11 bids, plus shipping. And the last one is these 9 vintage Remco Horrible Hamilton Invader Blue Army toy soldiers. And I wish I knew how they know that these are the Horrible Hamilton. because I think all of these little guys look the same. And they don't have a picture of the bottom or anything like that. So there's only 9 of them, and these sold for $36.15 with 11 bids plus shipping. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Have an awesome evening, and be sure to check out my other BOLO videos. Have a good night.